You posted the other day on some social media that you were
Platform.
pretty stoked with yourself about changing a light bulb.
Yeah.
Or you changed a light bulb and it was like home handyman.
Yeah, on the oven.
Extreme
on the
for you.
oven. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
It's stopped working.
Right.
I'm not very good.
You're not that way inclined too much, are you?
No. Well, I've told you a number of times. One year, my parents, as a joke, gave me a fully stocked toolbox, and when I opened it at Christmas, the whole family thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
It's pretty sad, isn't it?
Pretty funny.
And it's been good for Gabriella because Gabriella uses it all the time.
Yeah, I bet. I've been doing...
You are quite handy though, aren't you?
I mean, I'm putting a whole kitchen into my place. I turned the water off and then cut the hot and the cold water pipes, connected new pipes on to redirect them into a different part of the kitchen, and
you're moving the whole kitchen.
Well, basically, took out the old shitty pieces of furniture that it came with and bought a second-hand kitchen that someone had thrown out because they were putting a new kitchen in. So it's the whole L-shaped bench with a sink and taps. And anyway, I had to redirect the hot water and the cold water to go under the bench and attach with all the. I put a whole new tap in as well, like a single arm tap, so like you've got down there, but with a hose in it.
That's
and
completely beyond my even.
And now I'm doing the plumbing, the white pipes that take the wastewater away.
Okay. Wow, I'm impressed. Sounds
putting the units of the kitchen in and screwing them all in and bolting everything to the floor. Putting a new floor in.
Okay.
Which is only lino, but still. Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
I couldn't even contemplate.
Where to start?
I'd undo a tap and the water kitchen would fill with water, and then I'd give up. I'd have to ring my wife.
Do you know where the tap is to turn off the water for the whole apartment?
Absolutely no idea.
No idea?
No idea.
Wouldn't know where the main tap
No, I didn't know there was such a thing.
There
is there
is.
like a god tap? Like
Yeah.
Right.
It's usually outside.
Yep. Where?
It would possibly be on your balcony or out there.
We've got some gas taps, gas bainers.
Yeah. Do you know where the gas main switch is?
No.
What about where the fuse box is for the electricity? You know where that is?
Nope.
Serious?
I don't know where it is.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of that. I'm trying to think.
So if the lights go out or something, or the power, there's a power. Let's say a small power cut thing in the TV.
Those valve. What are those valve things called? Fuses.
Yeah. Do you know where those are?
I'm trying to think.
In your laundry area, is there a little box on the wall or something?
There must be.
You lift the lid and there's like.
I know. I do know what a fuse box is.
Yeah. Ever changed the fuse?
No.
Ever changed the fuse on your car?
What?
You know there's a fuse box in your car as well.
Don't even, like cars are completely. I told you when I changed oil for the first time in a car.
Yeah, well, look, or you add it, just poured oil in, or you actually changed the oil.
No, the first time I poured oil into a car.
Right.
I told you the story, right? My girlfriend at the time, we was allowed to use her brother's car, and he said to me, "You can use it, but you've got to put some oil in it."
Right.
So I get to the petrol station,
don't tell me.
and I'm pouring it. Well, it's going everywhere and taking ages to go in. Listen, and so and this is when petrol stations used to have a guy come out and put petrol in, right? Guy comes out and I said, "You think they put a bigger hole for the oil?" He said, "Mate, that's for the dipstick."
You were trying to pour oil where the dipstick goes.
Yes.
But right near there is a cap.
Yes,
to take
I know
off.
that. He looked at me like I was a buffoon.
An absolute
retard.
Yeah.
We're allowed to say it? You're not allowed to say that anymore.
We can say whatever we want.
We can say what the fuck we want, motherfucker.
No one's going to tell us off.
Yeah, so look, and the thing is, my dad was really Dad was the ultimate handyman. He would at Christmas he would instead of buy it, which we didn't really care at the time. He'd buy second-hand bikes and bike parts from different shops,
and make a bike.
And spend hours. He just loved doing it. He'd take a bikes apart, sand them back, respray them.
This is the bench tipped up with the sink, underside of the sink.
Right.
And then like all this stuff, I'm putting all this in, all that shit.
Wow. I mean, how are you knowing how to do that?
I'm following instructions.
Yes. I'm not good with instructions.
See,
What was that scale, the photo of your weight there? 100? You're 100 kilos.
Yeah.
You fat fuck.
Yeah. That was Friday. That's yesterday. That's my See, this is what I replaced. That one was rooted. The tag.
Yeah, it looks rooted.
Yeah, so I had to go buy a new one and put it in. But how good is Dexter Jackson looking?
Yeah, he's
50.
Yeah, looks good, huh?
That's great.
Inspiring.
Going to do better than Lavrone did at 50.
Well, he's never stopped. That's the thing.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's great that you do that.
Yeah, so that's the biggest undertaking I've ever done. I've not
Right.
done anything of that scale before.
Yeah. Are you going to have a housewarming when you?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
We are, and that's going to be not too far away.
Okay.
But I've got to get this kitchen sorted.
Mm.
But like it was this is before I put I had to put all this framework down.
Yes.
On the ground.
Yeah.
Framework goes down.
Mm.
And then the units go on top of that.
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway.
So if I need some plumbing done, or
well, I'm no expert, but I'm having a go.
actually, one thing I wouldn't mind you looking at is in the bathroom we have a cavity which goes into the roof.
Yes.
And it's been open for 6 months now because I don't understand how to close it.
In the bathroom out here.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll have a look.
Thanks, man.
That's all right.
Yeah. That's good that you're doing that.
Yeah, you know what? It is extremely satisfying when you finish.
I can imagine it would be
a job.
Yeah.
Even if it's a smaller job. But I've been putting together stuff for outside, and
I feel the same sort of satisfaction when I hang a picture.
hanging a picture is fairly basic.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but our last house had drawings and pen marks all over the walls where I tried to put them up, put them up properly.
Do you use a tape measure and like center it on the wall? And
Yeah,
stuff?
but I'm not good with stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not good with stuff.
Right.
It just, and then Gabrielle eventually goes, "Come on, give me that. I'll do it."
And she can do it
And she does
competently?
it. Yeah, she's a lot more. Well, she's in the Air Force.
Yeah, well, but
So
she can't drive.
That's more of a attention thing. She has no attention span when it comes to things like that. Look, all jokes aside, I'm generally concerned when she drives our daughter around because she's written off 5 cars.
5 cars?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucky she's still walking.
Right? I know. It's not optimal. Yeah.
So when you come over, you'll be able to see the kitchen and you'll go, "God damn, you actually put this in?"
Mm. Is there a theme? Like what sort of colour scheme?
No,
Like
it's not. Oh, well, it's sort of grey, light pale grey wall. We've got almost a charcoaly black fake floorboard looking floors.
Yeah.
And then it's just the kitchen set thing that
You know what you should get, because you've got a backyard.
Mm.
For about $2,000 or $1,500, you can buy a sauna. You can get a sauna.
A sauna?
Yeah. Do you like saunas?
Yeah.
They're really good for you. Like the statistics show that if you have 3 or 4 times a week, it greatly reduces risk of heart attack.
Right.
So I googled Sydney saunas.
Yeah.
On Google.
Mm.
And came up with a number of gay saunas. I just want to steam them.
They were already in your phone already. Yeah, I've got that number. Next one. Oh, I've got that one.
Yeah.
Lifetime membership.
Siri said, yeah. Okay, the map came up. Favourite destination.
Yeah, I know.
That's not true. But
You only want you want a steam room and it
I
brought
don't
up a
want
number of
steam.
other ones.
I don't want to steam room. No, but I do like to sit with this, with a wood.
We've been in a steam room together.
We
haven't
have,
Steve?
we have, with two very large gay men, Jeremy and Peter.
Yeah.
I'll post that video again. Yeah, I forgot. Still got it. It's on Instagram. If you want to check out my Instagram, it's Steve Machine Curran. If you want to check out Kevin's, it's Kevin Big Daddy Allwood.
Hey, speaking of sort of backtracking a bit to bodybuilders, since we were talking about Dexter Jackson, is Sean Roden fighting that charge, or do you hear
Well, it's all nothing's come about. Chris Aceto posted a photo of him saying what a good guy he was, and how it's without referring directly to the charges and allegations, he was basically saying, I've known him for a long time, he's a good guy.
Sean's a good guy.
Yeah, loves his family.
Yeah, right.
However, he's still dieting as well, I think. Who looks amazing at the moment, but apparently he's not competing, is Phil Heath. Phil Heath on his Instagram posted a photo a few days ago taken by Per Bernal, just peeled hammies and glutes.
Not competing.
I don't know.
What about Kai Green? Is he going to come back?
No, I don't think he is.
Yeah.
But Phil just briefly, Phil's got, because when Phil goes into comp mode, he lets his beard and his hair grow.
Right.
I don't know if you noticed that. So he just lets it grow and goes, and he's looking like that, and he's looking fucking gnarly, man.
Yeah, right. But then he shaves it all down.
Yeah,
for the day,
for the show day.
The reveal. It's a proper reveal.
It's the real. Well, if anyone can do a reveal, it's the gift.
Right now, you heard about this business with The Rock?
Fill me in.
Maybe later.
Maybe not.
The Rock. Did you see that little clip that was
Nick's Strength and Power.
Just that
it's exciting.
Under the banner of the IFBB, The Rock is going to be having his own show.
Like,
at one stage, he was looking at buying the Olympia.
That's right, and
that fell through.
That's right.
I believe it's owned by some.
It's owned by a company that owns Weeder.
Right.
And the Weeder magazines, and they're a publishing company, huge publishing company.
Right.
Although
AMI,
yeah. And I think they weren't happy to sell it to The Rock.
So what's happening is The Rock's going to put out his own
sporting
festival,
such as like the Arnold, I think.
Apparently, yeah. Big expo, big bodybuilding competition, pro show,
and bigger prize money.
Money than the Olympia, yeah. And the talk is that it will eventually eclipse the Olympia and be the biggest deal.
Well, given also that it'll attract, and has already attracted, some real big name sponsors like Ford.
Yeah.
And I think
Under Armour,
like real, like the legit, not just.
Supplement companies.
Not just Blackstone Labs or something like that.
Well, The Rock is all linked up with Under Armour, right? He's fully, like entwined with them.
Yeah, I mean, you got Rock on your team. The Rock, I should say.
Oh,
Dwayne Johnson.
You can't. It's Midas basically.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of. I reckon that's
exciting, isn't it?
Well, look, I
think it's great.
I think that it's anything that's going to shake up that, because it's been one flavour forever.
Yes.
Right.
It's the same as on a lot smaller scale Australian bodybuilding with the Paul and Carol Graham family having a stranglehold on the
that's how it is, right?
Not anymore.
It's a monopoly.
Well, not anymore, because Tony Doherty's running the IFBB. You know that, right?
Yeah. But like it's like a monopoly, and no one else gets a look in. But with this, I mean, the Olympia has been the go-to competition, even with the advent of the Arnold Classic, which is now held in multiple countries.
Yes.
The Olympia is still the pinnacle.
Yes.
But if this thing comes through and attracts a wider audience, and they don't have certain bodybuilders kicked out like Lee Priest and Kai Green, and you can have like the best bodybuilders back, maybe it will eclipse the Olympia and be the pinnacle that people want to go for. People might be saying, okay, I'm not going to do the Olympia this year, I'm going to do the Rock, whatever.
If the Rock is...
The Rock show.
Yeah, if he's really showing bank and
Well, he's got enough, hasn't he?
right, he could... and they've got, as I said, they've got major sponsors. It could be, millions for first prize.
Yeah.
Maybe even paid like real sports people.
Well, he'd have all the divisions too, wouldn't you? So
I forgot about that
there would
shit.
prize money with it for all the other divisions too.
I got no time for them.
Don't you?
No.
But you like freaks, see? A lot of people, and the audience is not just freak lovers.
No.
But the audience is going to like the physique bodies and the classic bodies. The classic's a good division.
Yeah, I've never understood it. Even with the, I understand it from a financial point of view. The events coordinators putting on money because the more people that compete, the more tickets. But I don't know why. For me, watching men's fitness or even the classic is like watching, let's say the B
team.
The B team in sprints. It's like watching the people that won their heat but then aren't in the final. Because if bodybuilding is building your, bodybuilding is building your body to the greatest degree possible.
What about the females? Do you only like the big freaks female?
No, I don't like them at all. No, with females it's different.
But there's different levels of
completely sexist
muscle
here, but all I want to see is porn stars. No, that's not true. I like the wellness category, the Brazilian wellness category.
Right.
Why do I judge women people that compete? Women people compete. I don't know. I find when bikini girls take themselves seriously, I struggle with it because what are you doing? You just got to not eat carbs for a couple of days. You should be in shape.
I think there's a little bit more to it than that. They put a bit more effort than that in, Steve.
You think?
It's not quite the same though, is it? It's not grainy, peeled.
And it's not suffering like you've got to suffer for a bodybuilding show.
Yes, it's not the same.
Look, admittedly, classic physique and men's fitness, the guys diet, men's fitness, those guys get in really super lean condition. I just don't find it inspiring. I could, we
Might you have when you were younger though? When you had dreams of being a Michael Hutchence with a Marky Mark body?
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right actually. I would have seen the big freaks as like, steroids. Yeah. And the men's physique guys as that's attainable.
Goal. That's the goal.
I want to look like that.
That's the Manpower Australia look.
Yeah.
That was my initial motivation too. I wanted to have that Jamie Jury Manpower look.
Yeah.
Pecs and abs.
That's valid.
That was
shoulders and chest, fuck the rest.
But again, it was an achievable goal.
Yes.
I never had sights on the unachievable, the freaky. I know you did. You became wanting that, but to me, I know what that takes. That takes lots of injections.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
And that wasn't the path I wanted.
No. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess what I struggle with is that they're given the same accolades that the freaks are given. Do they train any hard? Look, I guess they train just as hard, don't they? What separates, apart from genetics, which plays a huge role, what differences do like a men's physique competitor have than a freak? Given that they don't train legs very hard because they don't need to. They both diet hard.
So none of them will be doing any crazy Dorian Yates blood and guts legs sessions or
they won't be doing heavy deadlifting because they not only do they not want a thicker waist, they don't even really want really thick spinal erectors because it still can make you look blocky from side shots.
Really?
Yeah. Even like mine, when I was really big, like my spinal erectors would stick out.
Yes.
So from the side, it could look like
rounded, kind of barrely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the same. I guess it's the same. Like,
Yeah, no one's going to be doing crazy weights with legs or with like deadlifts for those guys, but they still would pull some weight.
their pump on.
Train.
I'm just old school, I guess. Yeah, I know, but I'm excited about this rock thing. I think this will be cool. I think.
Well, it might get the Olympia people to pull their finger out a bit, because I always hear about how shit the live feed is, and how long the show goes for, and it drags on and all that shit. Maybe with the Rock running a show, it's going to be more spectacular.
Yeah, and may even actually you might even be able to watch it on
regular TV.
Regular TV, not free to air, but like on
pay-per-view.
On pay-per-view or something.
That's
actually live with a proper with real good camera work and
commentators
in real time.
Yeah, that's what
we're halfway there with the streaming ones, but it's still a bit average, isn't it? Anyway, I see people like
what is all about?
I'll ask you that in a second.
Okay.
I still get a bit triggered when I see some people like Chris Cavalos. He's a really big guy at the gym.
Triggered, as in you want
to get big.
Right.
Oh, actually, you know what's been happening? I've been training Fash, right?
Yeah.
And he's looking pretty large at the moment.
Yeah.
Have you seen him?
No.
He's 102 kilos.
Oh wow.
He's my height.
He's a lot
in shape.
Yeah, right. He must be overdoing it.
What does that mean?
Well, he was only ever sitting at about 80, 85 before, wasn't he?
Well, because he used to look. So he's I'll put a photo up. He's competing in March, right? In the hours, right? And he's always had a.
Has he competed before?
Yeah. He but for the since we've known him, his meals have been really structured. He's had like 100 grams of rice in each meal.
Yeah.
Very lean all year round, like sort of bedroom body sort of thing. Yeah. And this year though, he's done it the right way. He's like he wanted to bring his legs up. So he asked me at the start of the year, I need to bring my legs up, and let's do this. So he's been a calorie surplus all this time.
Yes.
He won't be dieting till the end of this year.
Yes.
And he's made considerable gains to his legs. He's really balanced his physique out. But yeah, when
clean calorie surplus,
eats super clean.
Right.
So it's tough. Like he's eating 650 grams of carbs a day.
Actual carbs.
Actual carbs.
Right.
Yeah. So
300
grams of rice in each meal.
Wow.
Yeah. And then carb powder.
Is he happy with where he's at?
Yeah, he's really happy. He loves it. He's like a tank.
Yeah.
Persian tank.
300 grams per meal.
Yeah. Yeah. He's constantly eating.
Yes, a lot of food.
But he's doing the right thing, and he's
staying lean.
He is. Yeah. He's got an ab still, veins all over him.
Right.
Well, you saw that photo. Like he's in good shape. And I think he's going to do some damage, man. Like,
what will he diet down to? Under 90s.
Under 90s. I think it's just come in just under 90, and he's only my height.
What's the comp?
The Arnolds. There's the Australasian and then the Arnolds.
Yeah, cool. Can't wait to see.
That'll be good. I'll be in his corner.
Has he done bodybuilding divisions before?
Yeah. Yeah, in England.
Right.
He's got big before.
Yeah.
So anyway, when I'm training him and he's looking like starting to look freaky, I think, that'd be good one more time. And then I think, what am I doing? I'm 50 years old.
Yeah, well, so is
who?
Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter's different though, isn't he? He's different. He's got that. He's just got those genetics. And who knows what he's like on the inside?
He might keel over next week.
Well, David Dirth, remember him?
Yeah,
David Dirth,
I saw that.
55 years old.
I saw.
55, man. Rest in peace.
That's young, man.
Yeah, I remember watching him in the Olympias and things. And 5 years older than me. Yeah, that's
quite a few of them have passed.
And I know I was looking like this, but for the last few years I've always tried to stay relatively lean. But you see, and there's a couple of guys in the gym, and you see them, and they come in and just do some consultations and diets and things, and they're around my age, and they're bright red in the face. I don't know if you've seen.
They come and do consultations and diets. What do you mean?
With certain trainers there.
Oh, they get They get
advice
diets,
and
right,
getting ready, prep for
right.
shows.
Oh yeah.
And you see them, and they look haggard, and they're bloated, and it's like you're not making. You know, it's funny. I've exchanged a few messages with Mike, Kiwi guy, the ex-pro, Mike. You know him, I think.
Debenham or Kingsworth?
Yeah, Debenham.
Yeah.
Because he's natural now, and he's just staying fit and everything like that. And we were chatting, we messaged each other because say adjusting to that being mortal again, and
Yes.
of course he was a completely different level than me,
Yes.
right? But he was saying he didn't want to drug himself young anymore.
Right.
Do you, and
Right.
that's sort of it's because you're not not that you're not fooling anyone, but like you're.
He's pushing 50 too, is he?
Yeah.
Close to 50.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
about 48, I think.
Yeah,
About my age.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what are you doing?
Mm.
You know.
And he woke up to that as well.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that.
Just the photos he's put up lately of like him, like when he was competing.
Yeah.
Last.
And he
which wasn't that long ago, and now. Yeah. Completely different.
Yeah. As is, if you post a photo, if you look at a photo of me now and a photo of my shows.
Yeah. Just the thickness of the head.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Skin. Does your skin get softer? Thinner? Because when you're fully juicing hard, it's just that thick meatiness look.
It's water retention.
Right.
But when I go red and my brow gets heavier.
He looks like a completely different human though.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I just think,
Yeah, I think what you're doing, trying to improve your fitness.
Yeah.
Doing the BJJ.
Yeah.
More mobile, more.
Still training hard.
Yeah.
Like with weights.
Yeah.
But trying to be more athletic.
I think that's a good move.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I think it's a better
for a
move
50-year-old.
For your health.
Yeah.
For longevity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good.
There isn't many.
But you can do that. You don't have to always be the biggest. Look at Dorian Yates.
Well, it's a
completely different
mindset.
Yeah.
It's if you can. It's the path Dorian Yates took. Meditation, mountain biking, still trains, yoga, spirituality. First, the path Ronnie Coleman has continued to take,
right?
Which is just obviously still in gear. He's just
messed up.
Can't walk.
Yeah.
Multiple spinal surgeries. Yeah. And I get it. He's the fucking king. Like he's a legend. But so is Dorian. And no quality.
Dorian's going to live. Should live a long and happy life for the last 30 years of his life, whereas
Ronnie's having to get his partner to put his socks on.
Yeah, and probably empty the colostomy bag and shit like that. Like, he's not far off that.
No.
He's pretty...
Yeah, he's pretty messed up.
An invalid.
Another thing that occurred to me, there's a... I don't want to mention his name, but I mean, he won't listen to this, but there's a person I used to train with who's now 60 and very big, again, my height, completely crazy.
Mm.
And
is he 60?
Yeah. So he's 10 years older than me.
Yeah.
And his body is completely falling apart. Right. And he, up until recently, he can't train at all anymore.
Oh, really?
But up until recently, he's like, fuck everything, I'm just going to go hard, until I drop dead. It's all because there's honour in that. And now his bowel just exploded. He's got a colostomy bag.
Shit.
He's got a huge hernia. And he's pretty sure he's addicted to pain meds.
Has he come off the steroids? He's still taking
I think so, yeah. He's off the steroids now.
He's off them?
Yeah. But just in a world of pain. And sometimes you just got to hang your boots up.
Yeah, well, death is quite final,
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
you don't want it to be sooner than you deserve.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like,
Yeah.
Like if you'd known, I know when you're 20 and 30, I know it's different, and you think you're invincible, and you don't even care about what happened when you're 60, right?
I honestly didn't care.
But if you were told that for every year you use steroids, you're going to lose 6 months of life expectancy.
I don't think it would have registered even that. No, I was so driven to be big. I'll be like, yeah, fuck it, let's go for it, let's do this. You've seen those surveys they've done. There's a famous survey where they questioned Olympic level athletes, saying if there was a pill that you could take that would kill you after you won the gold medal, Like it would die after you won.
You'd win, but then you'd have to die.
And would you take it? And they were like, "Yep." Fuck, that's the mentality.
Yeah, right. That's bloody.
And then you can see when they retire, when you've got that sort of drive in your life, directed at one thing. You can see when you retire,
feel
you're
empty.
completely lost. Where's my life's purpose now?
Yeah, because that was the only one thing.
Yeah.
They're not really going to take up a Jim's mowing franchise, are they?
Right?
Well, I mean, they're not.
No.
I mean, they could.
But so they, a lot of them pick up drugs instead.
Yeah.
What's the AFL player called Cousins or whatever?
Ben Cousins.
Ben Cousins got arrested again. Got all long hair and
I saw that.
Yeah.
What was he arrested for?
I don't know, having long hair. And he wrote a book and got clean, blah blah blah.
Yeah, some people's lives just spiral downwards.
Yeah.
All right, we need to wrap this up, mate.
I just wanted to ask you, just because I was putting away the grocery. I think grocery shopping can be a good.
I went today at lunchtime. What a fucking nightmare!
Oh, what are you doing?
I
you?
reminded my son, remind me never to go on a Saturday at lunchtime again.
No.
After we'd finished, it's all right walking around, but once you get to the queue,
Checkouts.
there's like, even the self-service, there was like 20 people waiting. The queue for that stretched all the way past all the other checkout chicks.
Yeah. Which one? Where?
Oh, out where I live now.
See, I get preferential treatment.
Yeah.
And the reason is because I'm nice.
Yeah, that's right. So what were you going to ask me?
Well, do you put your trolley back in the trolley thing?
In fact, I do, and I did today. And as I was wheeling it back, I grabbed someone else's who just left it there and put mine in it and put 2 trolleys back.
Yeah,
I did that today.
I think that's very telling.
A lot of people just leave them where their car is.
next to someone else's
Yeah,
car.
there have been a couple of times I've done that. I have to confess, once or twice, but 99 times out of 100, I put it away and I put it in the trolley rack.
And satisfying.
And even more satisfying when I grabbed the other one today and put 2 back. And if they're all jumbled up and half sticking out, and I concertina them all in too.
What about packing your groceries?
Packing my own groceries?
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like doing that.
So when the girls putting them through,
put
them in the bag.
I've done it.
I always do that because I think it's helping the person and it's faster speeding the process up.
Yes, it is.
Put them through, and you wait there until she's finished that, and then put.
And you also can put more in than what they.
Yes, yeah, you can.
Right.
So
so they fill half a bag and then get the next bag. I'm like, no.
I get. I don't know. Maybe I'm overly sensitive, but when people have I was going to say Walkmans in there. That's so fucking headphones in, and don't maybe just and then don't speak to the checkout person. That fucking shits me, man. Like, we're all humans.
Yes.
You can make a connection, and
people are very selfish.
Yeah.
More so these days.
I think
everything's very insular.
Yes, and it's because of these fucking things.
Yeah.
It's actually opposite of what humans need, which is community and connection.
Which is why this is so good.
That's right. And this is why you need to subscribe, like, comment, and follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram account is Kev. The push _ It's something.
The push _ podcast.
Yeah. If you can't remember that, you can remember Steve Machine Curran or Kev Big Daddy Allwood.
And you can email us at thepushpodcast 2019-18.
Oh, fucking
The Push Podcast.
Yeah, we're nearly a year old. We should have a birthday party. We'll have a bit of a cake.
Yeah, well, it's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, we better. Speaking of which, are we going to do this summer shred?
I'm on day 1.
No, Monday's day 1.
That's,
Summer shred is coming, and if you want to, we got it, man. Look at us. We look like a bag of shit, both of us.
I look like a bag of shit. 100-kilo bag of shit.
I just carry fat differently. I carry around here much. I've got like man boobs.
I've got back rolls.
Yeah, I
seriously have a back roll.
Okay.
And that's not something delicious that you eat like.
Sounds yummy.
It does.
A couple of back rolls.
Yeah.
On that note, my name is Steve Machine Curran.
Kev Big Daddy Allwood.
Peace out. Much love.